Hey, 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 everybody. What's going on? Yes, yes, we live. We live. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. We start off our new season and we had to prolong it. We had to go on another sabbatical for a minute. But we back. We are back. Yes, we will be officially back on Monday. So y'all come on in. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's chat, you know, and see what's going on in the world. Happy Saturday to everybody. Happy Saturday. Joseph, say hey to everybody.
Hey y'all.
Oh, God. So much has happened since we've been gone, Joseph.
A lot. But you know what? What I was going through, it didn't even matter to me what was going on, to
Child,
tell
let
you
me
the
tell you
truth.
something. It's been a rough week. It has been a rough week. It seems like it's been longer that we've been out though.
You know what it is though? It was weird because when we did the COVID test on Sunday,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, we just
but
tested.
technically we were fine until we did the COVID test.
Yeah.
And once we did the COVID test, we started breaking down little by little.
Hmm.
Cause we would. The only thing that made me do it Sunday was I was like, I feel really sick, but I felt weird sick.
Hmm.
And that's what made me say, look, because I did it Wednesday.
Right.
And they said I was fine.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm just getting a cold or whatever. Because I felt like I was getting sick.
Hmm.
But it was a weird sick.
Yeah.
And then when I did it, and I was like, I said, oh, well, I ain't got COVID. And we went about our day Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday,
Hmm.
and Saturday.
And Saturday, yeah.
And then Sunday, when
It
I
was
got up,
like Sunday was like it felt
Sunday,
like
when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I feel like somebody hit me with a bus.
yeah.
And I said, let me do this
I
COVID
I
test
was
again.
fine until
You
you
was fine.
told me I was fine. For those of you that don't know, we've been gone for a while, y'all. Sunday,
Hey, Betty.
Sunday we came home. Well, first of all, let me say welcome. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to the McRaeKingz channel. For those of you that are new to the channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. For those of you that have been here and know us, make sure you hit that like button also and hit the subscribe button.
So we
Those
can.
new member and new subscribers, we welcome you. And new people that are just watching us for the first time, we welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um but anyway, let me just go on with with the show. For those of you that don't know, we've been gone for quite some time. Last week we woke up on last Sunday, and Joseph, he really wasn't feeling well. He was sneezing and coughing and blowing his nose and stuff like that.
I felt like somebody hit me with a
Yeah, he
bus.
said he felt like somebody hit him with a bus. So he got up and he went in the drawer and he got the home COVID-19 test. And I was like, well, what is he doing?
Now, mind you, I had
So
did it Wednesday.
yeah, he had so he said he was gonna take a COVID test, and I was like, oh, okay, ain't nothing gonna happen. He gonna test negative. So he gets he takes the test and he's like, Tramel, I tested positive for COVID. He said, let me give you one. And I was like, okay. And I was feeling fine. I'm telling you, I was feeling fine, honey. The next thing I know, he says, you tested positive for COVID. Child, when you said that, it felt like everything just dropped. And I just started feeling all these horrible symptoms. I started feeling like my body was aching. I started coughing. My sinuses were all jacked up. And we just went through it that day.
we
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 went through
just
it that day. The
it was
first
just like
day,
the first day I was already going through it. Tramel was fine. And then I felt bad because as the day progressed, he started getting bad.
I started feeling worse and worse.
And then I got mad because until I did the COVID test, I was fine. I had my sense of smell, I had my sense of taste. As the day progressed, I couldn't smell nothing. And then as I was eating, I'm like, I can't taste this food. Like I couldn't taste nothing. So
Yeah.
I was getting mad because I was like, oh God. And then I know people who have had COVID for like for like a year, and their smell and taste hasn't come back yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh God, I can't smell. It's like, y'all, you take some of the simplest things for granted.
You do, yeah.
And just the mere fact that I couldn't smell was like bothering me. Cause I was like, well, Tramel would cook or we would get something to eat and I couldn't smell it. And I'm like, what the hell? Everything just, it was just air. It was just, that's all I
Well,
could
day
smell
two
was the
for me
air.
was bad.
Day 2, you felt like me on day
Day
one.
two for me was really, really bad because I woke up and my body was like hurting. Like I don't know what it was, but my back was hurting. It felt like somebody had taken a stick and hit me in my back with a stick. And um
And that's how
I
it was.
just my sinuses were like, oh God, my sinuses were hurting so bad. And I tried to lay down that night and I couldn't breathe out of my nose. And so it was hard for me to sleep because I couldn't lay down. I couldn't breathe out of my nose. And it just seemed like it got throughout the week, it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I was coughing
And for me,
and then my throat was sore for a little while. But it was mostly for me, the experience was just the body aches alone were like they were terrible. It was terrible. It was just a
and for
horrible
me,
experience.
like Tramel says, his sinuses, but for me, it was crazy because it was weird. You know, like normally when your sinuses is jacked up when you lay down, it'll drip down into your chest. And then when you wake up in the morning, you just got this nasty ass cough. But for whatever reason, with COVID, it generated in my chest and it was coming out of my nose. And I was like, what the hell? It's still happening like that. Like Tramella's like, babe, you can't keep blowing your nose like that. I said, but Tramel, like when I blow my nose, you can hear it in my like it's coming literally out of my chest into my nose. Normally, when you're sick, it comes from your nose into your chest. But for whatever reason, with this COVID shit, it was the opposite. It was coming from my chest into my nose, and it's like I'll blow my nose, and then it was like it fills right back up because I have to cough, and then once I cough, either when I cough, my nose fills up, or when I cough, then I don't have to blow my nose.
But it was even worse for me because I have diabetes. And, anybody
Hey Cole,
that has diabetes knows that when you're a diabetic and you get like a common cold, something like a common cold, it becomes exacerbated times 10. So, for a normal person that would have a cold, they would just have a cold and they would just, weather through or whatever. It's like 10 times worse for me. It felt like I had pneumonia or something like that. It was terrible. It was just simply terrible. Let me tell you something, guys. Please make sure that you protect yourself.
and
Make sure
maybe
that you wear your mask. Please make sure you wear your mask when you go out. You do not want to get COVID-19. And I don't know if we had the Omicron version of COVID-19. What version
I
of
thought when I went
COVID-19
to
we
the
had?
hospital for the blood transfusion, they was going to tell me, but they didn't tell me. They just was like, "Have you been vaccinated?" I said, "I've been vaccinated and boosted once." They was like, "Oh, okay." But Betty, you right. I agree with them doctors. Everybody eventually is going to have it, and it's not even because of being um, careless most of the time. And a lot of times, right now, a lot of us are careless because we know we're vaccinated, so we get
Well,
up.
I don't think it's that we're careless. I
No, no,
think
I'm
that
saying, but before you got vaccinated,
Mhm.
there was no mistake of going in the store without a mask.
Right, right.
Once you got vaccinated, and now you see most people
I
don't
felt
even
safe.
right, and most people don't even wear a mask now wherever
Hmm.
you go.
Right.
You may see one or two people with a mask, if that, because people are getting lax with it. And child, let me tell y'all something. The last thing you need to do is get lax because if you ain't never had COVID, trust me, you don't want it because it is not a pretty thing.
Yeah, it's wow. just people, please make sure you protect yourself. Just wear your mask. I'm telling you, even if you're fully vaccinated, it's important for you to still wear your mask, because you just don't know. You just don't know how it's going to affect you. Now, me, I'm telling you, I'll be the first one to tell you that once I got vaccinated, I felt like, oh, I don't need no mask. I'm vaccinated. I don't need no mask. I'm safe. Nobody, there's no way I'm going to get it. There's no way I'm going to get COVID-19. I'm vaccinated, but that's not the case. There's so many different versions of COVID-19. Um, it's still in the atmosphere, guys. It really is, and it's like I said 2 years ago. And I don't know why I didn't listen to my own advice, but this is our new normal. COVID-19 isn't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. This is something that we're going to have to live with for the rest of our days. This is it's COVID-19 will eventually become the same thing as flu season. I think it's just here to stay. Uh,
And Betty, you're right. A lot of people think when they get COVID that it's their sinuses because it starts with that nasty
yeah,
blowing your nose
and it
thing.
you
And
and it's like, and you're susceptible to it anywhere. Like, we think that we got it last weekend when we went to the house music. No, we went to
the
the
block
the pri-
party
the
and the
block
pride,
party in Newark, New Jersey. We went to the
pride event
gay pride event in Newark. We probably contracted it
at one of those
there
two places.
because we were around a lot of people. We were around a lot of our friends and stuff like that. We were hugging people. People were giving us a little kiss on the
And wanting
cheek
to
and
take
stuff like
pictures with
that.
us.
People
And
wanted to take pictures with us and stuff like that. So we engaged with people a lot. And so it's possibility we could have contracted it then. And let me just say this. I don't think anybody purposely gave us COVID-19, because some people walk around with it and don't even know that they have it. They don't
like
even know
for
that they
real,
have it.
let's think about it. From say Wednesday to Sunday, who did we go around with
Right,
no mask on
right,
that we probably infected them because we
right,
didn't even know we was infected until Sunday.
right, exactly. I
And we
mean,
wouldn't have known had I not woke up feeling that way. Because
exactly.
you was fine. I
Yeah,
woke up feeling like somebody hit me with a bus.
yeah. I mean, you got to wear your hand. You got to use your hand sanitizer.
Oh, we
If you
putting
if
that back in the car like we
if
had
you need
before.
to, you need to get your gloves, and use your gloves. I mean, um, but you know what? The one saving grace, and the one thing I'm grateful for is that we were vaccinated,
Because,
because it could have been 10 times
oh, it
worse.
would have been 10 times worse.
Could you imagine if we had not been vaccinated? Had we not been
And the
vaccinated, we
one thing,
probably would have
and one
ended up in the
thing
hospital.
that I'm thankful for is that neither one of us were not able to breathe.
Yes,
And I think the
yes.
vaccination did that, that we were able to breathe. We didn't end up in a respirator. I
Hmm.
had to go to the hospital, but it was for a whole
For
different
your
reason.
dialysis, yeah, but
It was for a whole different reason, and then they tested me, and they saw that I had COVID and told me to stay in the house for 10 more days,
hmm
which that's till next Sunday.
yeah. Just notice, people. COVID-19 is
No joke.
is serious. It's still very, very, very serious. It's very serious, to those especially that have pre-existing conditions, like
And
myself,
and I
and
thought like
people
I would
that,
have it worse than you because I have more pre-existing conditions than you,
yeah,
and you had it worse than me. But the
yeah,
only thing is, the one thing that I do notice though, you felt better faster than me.
yeah.
And then
Well,
I feel better one day, and then the next day I feel like dirt, and then next day I feel good, and then the next day I feel like dirt. So it's like every other day I feel better. You
yeah,
feel better,
people,
and you stay
people
feeling
out
better.
there that have pre-existing conditions, or if you're over 50 years old, then you definitely need to be vaccinated. If you're over 50 years old, or if you're elderly, you really need to get vaccinated. If you have parents that are elderly, or if you have loved ones that are older, please make sure that they get vaccinated. If they're not vaccinated, just see if you can talk them into getting vaccinated. This COVID-19 is nothing to be played with. It's just really nothing to be played with. It really isn't. And we live in the house with one other person, and thank God we didn't infect that person,
because we could have.
because we could have, but thank God we did not infect the other person that we live with. Um, and he just so happens to be an older person as well. So guys, just be careful, protect yourself and protect others around you. When you're in large crowds, if you plan
Wear
on
a
going
mask.
to if you plan on going to things like festivals or carnivals and stuff like that, you have to have on your mask. You have to wear your mask. It is imperative that you wear your mask because you never know. You just never really know. You
Because we
know
got lax with
who
it.
you're in contact with,
And you know the
and
crazy part?
what.
When we went to the block party, I swear to you, I started to tell you to, I'm going back to the car to get a mask. And I had one in my bag just because dialysis gives me a
But I don't
mask.
think I really don't think
No,
that we
I'm just saying
contracted it.
in my spirit
I don't think we
when we
contracted
went
it at the
there,
block party. I really don't. And
I
I'll tell you why. Because we didn't engage with that many people at the block party. We engaged with
but
a lot
no,
of
but
people.
even though if we were standing next to somebody that had it, even if we didn't engage with them,
But we
breathing
weren't around a whole bunch of people, Joseph, that day. Remember, I mean, there were a
true.
lot of people there, but we weren't around a lot of people. We were like around each other more than
It
anything.
probably was that bitch I wanted to punch in the face for grabbing your little facial hair on it. That bitch probably gave us the
Oh,
coronavirus.
oh,
The little black bitch that went like this when you walked away. That's probably was the bitch that gave it to us.
oh, I don't know, but you know,
Child,
it's hard to break it
I'm
down and
joking, but
figure
it
out.
ain't no way for us to figure out
Yeah,
when and who and where we got it.
yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, the
But
only
the
thing we can
fact
do,
is, we
we
got
can
it.
try to narrow it down, but we just really don't know. We just really
And Betty, I'm
don't
gonna be
know.
like you soon, cause I said once I get better, I'm going to schedule to get a second booster. Cause I'm vaccinated and boosted once, but I'm gonna get me another
Right,
booster
right,
shot.
right, Betty. I mean, the president got it. I mean, he's one of the most protected people in the world. He got it, and so I mean, it's not off limits to anyone. Anybody
And
can get it.
but what Betty said is true. People have it and don't know it because, like I said, I tested myself Wednesday
Yeah, people
and
have it and
I
don't
was
know it.
fine on Wednesday. So between Wednesday and Sunday, Wednesday I couldn't have been fine. I just couldn't have been. But then on Sunday cause I Wednesday I felt sick, but it was a weird sick. So I said, let me test myself. It came as soon as I did the test. It poof, negative. I said, okay, maybe I'm just getting a cold, and maybe it's just me. And then I went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday when I woke up, I was like, ooh, child, I feel like somebody just fucked me
Well,
up.
I really thought nothing of it because I didn't. I felt fine,
Right, but
but
what I'm saying is, like Betty said, people don't know. We probably had it from Wednesday,
mm,
but because it said negative, I'm living my life normally.
hmm
I could have infected. You don't know how many people I came in contact to between Wednesday and Sunday that I infected because the
yeah.
COVID
But
test
Joseph, who
told me
you come
no.
in contact with? I mean,
No,
the
I'm
most
just
we
saying,
did was go to the grocery store, and that
going
was
to the
really it.
store, going to dialysis. I went to dialysis
Right.
Friday, but in there I have to wear a mask the whole time. So that was what it was. But I'm just saying, like the COVID test told me no. If it wasn't for my cousin telling me do it again in 2 to 3 days, because that's what happened to us. It told us no,
hmm
and we did it again in 2 to 3 days. The whole house had COVID.
Well, I feel 100% better. I don't know about Joseph, but I
I feel
feel
70%. Hey, Reese, bye.
I'm at 100%. I really am. I'm at 100%, and the reason why I say that is because I feel great today. I really do. I feel like I can get up, I can get out,
I
I
feel
can
better than I did
go, and
yesterday.
I don't have no problems. My sinuses aren't bothering me. I don't have a cough. I feel great today. Um, but just to be on the safe side, I am staying in the house. There's a big house music festival today that I wanted to go to, but I can't go to because, it's probably not safe for me to do that. It's
I
probably.
hear Tamika in my head saying, Uncle Chris, sit your ass
Yeah, my niece was like,
down.
when I told my niece that I had COVID-19, she was like, Uncle Creek, you need to go somewhere and sit your ass down. Stop being around people all the goddamn time. So, but that's just me. I just like to be out and I like to be amongst people. I really do. I like to go out. I like to have fun. I like to be amongst people. I really want to go to the house music festival today, but it doesn't look like I'm going because I don't want to. Right now, I'm still under quarantine. It's only been 7 days. I have 7 more days before I can really go out and say that it's safe for me to go out and be around people again. So I'm going to be
Thank you,
obedient,
baby.
and I'm gonna stay home. I don't want to. I want to go to the house music festival. Yeah, that's just that. I don't. I want to be responsible, and I don't want to infect anyone else. As much as good as I may feel today, it's still possible that I could pass it on to someone else. I don't want to do that. So, I'm just here, and we're just here in the house. Um, and that's really it. The only time that we really have gone out at all is to go to the store, and that's really it. And even going to the store wearing a mask at all times, because you just don't want to infect anybody. And then, with you being infected, you don't want it to get worse. So, you
Could you
know.
imagine you getting better and you go somewhere and contract it again?
Oh no, I would be so pissed. I really would. I would be so mad. I really would. Like if I were to like I
Like
feel I feel good now.
say you went to
Now
the
if I
music
was to go out
festival.
and then get it again, oh God, I would be so mad. I would be crying. I would be
I don't
crying.
know how people get it 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 times.
Yeah, I don't understand
The
it either.
first time,
It's good enough for me.
you ain't got to tell me about a mask,
You ain't got to worry
hand
about me. You know what? Yeah, you ain't got to
sanitizer,
worry about. I'm gonna be like Lady
nothing.
Gaga, honey. I'm gonna wear me a mask, honey. I'm gonna have me a mask that match with everything, honey. I'm gonna be like Uncle Clifford. I'm gonna have me a mask to match everything. It's just, it's y'all. I'm telling you, it's just, it's the experience of it all. I mean, if you look at, and if anybody wants to see, I documented my journey through COVID-19 on my Facebook page, on a day-to-day basis. So
What
anybody that
you
wants to
posted?
see it, they can see it, huh?
Betty, you thought what was 5 days? The quarantine is 14 days actually. Because when I went to the doc, I had to go to the hospital on when did I go to my Wednesday,
Uh
and
huh.
they tested me for COVID because they didn't want to believe when I told them I had it, so they tested me, which was fine because I really wanted a hospital test to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back and told me to quarantine for 11 more days, so that would have been like 14 days total.
Right.
Because they didn't give. I was hoping they prescribed that antibiotic, Plaque, Paxlovid or whatever it's
I don't
called.
know what it is, child.
But they have an antibiotic, and I was like, okay, they're gonna give me the
Child, I
antibiotic,
called my doctor, tell him
and they
I
didn't.
tested positive for COVID, and they just called me today. So, yeah, child. COVID is real, child. It's real. It's real, Miss Thing, honey. Miss COVID girl, you turned it, Miss Thing. That's all I got to say, Miss COVID girl. You turned it. You really, really turned it, girl. You turned a bitch out this week, but I guarantee you this: you will not turn a bitch again. I will not. I will not, honey. I don't give. I don't care, honey. If I got this, if I got the spray, um, Lysol like it's Banaka, honey, in my mouth, avoid. I'm going to avoid. Just contracting it. Period.
Betty, I think if
In
you
whatever
get
way I
that,
can.
if you get that antibiotic, it's 5 days. But if you don't, get the antibiotic as soon as you get COVID, you gotta wait 14 days to quarantine like before. But he probably realized it and was able to get that antibiotic, because I know with that antibiotic you can get 5 days to because it
Well,
takes
I
it in
think I
like
got a
5 days.
strong immune system. I don't need no antibiotics and stuff like that. I don't know. The
Well,
Lord,
no, no,
I
no.
just have
That
this.
that antibiotic stops everything that we experience within
Mm.
5 days. If you don't, but you got to do it like soon as you realize you got
Well,
COVID.
I ain't took no
So I
antibiotic,
ain't
and
took
I'm
nothing either.
fine. I mean, I feel fine. I mean, it's been what 6 days for
Who
me.
Cardi B saying coronavirus shit
Yeah,
is getting
yeah,
real?
yeah. Yeah. I feel fine. I'm grateful. I really am humble, and I really am grateful, and I really feel blessed because, like I said, I know it could have been worse. It really could have, but it wasn't. But I feel great, and thank God for that. Just thank God for that. I'm glad that I ain't have to be on no respirator. My husband ain't have to drop me off at the hospital, and leave me
Drop
there.
shit. We both would have been dropping
He ain't have to
ourselves
drop me
off.
off to the hospital and leave me there. I don't have to be quarantined behind some big plastic room and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people out there that go through that.
That's how they gave me
There are.
dialysis. They quarantined me in a room
Yeah.
with a plastic over the door
There's a
open.
lot of people that go through that, y'all. And I say I pray for them. I say a prayer for those people. I say a prayer for people that have to weather through this, and it's bad for them. It's like really bad. We've had people just die from COVID-19, Joseph. We just lost DJ K Slay
And you
to
know that
COVID-19.
was my biggest fear, that if I got COVID-19, that I wouldn't die. And the whole time that I've had it, I didn't even think about dying.
I mean,
It
but we
was
could
like
have. I mean, we
we
could
could
have.
have, but it
Yeah.
was like in the beginning that was my fear, because everybody was dying from it and what have you.
People
But
are
then
dying
no,
from
but what
it.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
when I got it, that wasn't even my fear. It was like getting better.
Yeah.
Like, when the hell am I gonna get better?
Yeah, I mean, but I feel blessed because people are dying from it. People are. I mean, somebody died from it today. As we're speaking right now, somebody is dying from COVID-19, and it's that serious. It really is that serious for some people. So if you get it and you can weather through it, and you could just weather through the symptoms, or the symptoms aren't that bad, because when I look at it in the grand scheme of things, the symptoms that I had really weren't that bad. They really weren't that bad. I mean, because I mean, it wasn't like I was in pain all day, or I was coughing constantly all day, or my sinuses were bothering me all day. It was like, I slept. I slept. It was like I slept it off. I rested. I got plenty of rest, and I was fine. I drank some juice. I kept. I made sure I had fluids in my body. Had some soup, um, and I'm
And that was the
fine.
other thing. I lost my appetite. I didn't want to eat.
I lost my
Like,
appetite
I would
too.
eat, and then I would take like 2, 3 spoonfuls,
Right.
and I would be done. Like, I didn't want no more food.
Yeah, I mean, I lost my appetite for a brief moment, but looking at it in the grand scheme of things, what we weathered through was small and tiny compared to
What it
what
could have been.
some people in this country have weathered through. I mean, Joseph, I remember when this pandemic first started, and in New York City alone, they had freezer trucks outside full of dead bodies of people that died from this disease. And we made it through. So thank God.
Right,
Thank
because
you.
somebody told me they got it in 2019 when it first came out. They were on a cruise, and they didn't get better for 3 months.
Hmm. Yeah, and then guys, you have to then there's side effects. There's after effects. There's some people that have memory. They experience memory loss. Some people experience all kinds of different things. They experience fatigue and things like that after they have recovered
Yeah,
from it.
that's what my
Yeah.
cousin told me. She can't exercise the way
Some
she
people
used
lose their
to
sense of
because
smell
she
for months. Some
years.
people have lost it for years.
And
Some
thank God my sense of smell came back.
hmm
My taste came back.
yeah.
So
It's some people that don't get that back right away. It's some people. I mean,
it's some
guys,
people I know that
all
still
of
don't
our
have their sense of
body
smell.
chemistries are different. It affects people in different ways. And you know, if you're lucky enough, if you're blessed enough to be able to have weathered through this, then God bless you. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I mean, I'm telling you, I feel so blessed and so lucky that I am okay. I am. I'm fine. Like I said, I feel great. Got up this morning, had breakfast, had a nice hearty breakfast, and I feel great. I feel like I can conquer the world. But there's a lot of people out there that unfortunately are not as fortunate as myself,
Well,
and
I
I
feel
pray
at
for those people.
80%. I'm not 100% yet.
Yeah.
I'm 80%, and I feel like, if I needed to go somewhere and do something, I could do it. Yesterday, I didn't feel that way. Yesterday, I was like very much 60%. And, my husband dragged me out in the street to go get something to
Did I?
eat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we was out for about five. We wasn't even out an hour.
Yes, it was, because we had to go. We tried to go
Well, we
one
had to go
place,
get. I had to go to
then
the
we had to go to
pharmacy.
other place. Then I had to drive here. Then I had to wait for them to cook the food, and
Oh, child, you ain't
it was
die.
too much. I was at 60%.
Ugh.
He think that I'm supposed to just move and do what he want to do because he feel fine and I feel a mess.
Well, Joseph, you act like you act like an
You the
old
one
man.
that gave me the coronavirus in the
Ain't
first
nobody give
place.
you no goddamn coronavirus. You act. Let me tell y'all something. My husband is the oldest person I have ever met in my life. He acts just like an old man. He don't never want to go nowhere. He want to stay in the house.
You
He
such
don't
a
never want to
liar.
go out. He don't never want to walk around. He don't
You
never want
such
to
a
go
liar. You
nowhere
such a
and do
liar.
nothing. He act like he about 90 years old.
You
And
such a
then when we
liar.
go out, he always complaining, "Ooh, I can't walk. Ooh, my feet swelling," and all this other bullshit. You act like an old goddamn man. Stop acting like an old soul
Just
child.
because you want to walk till your motherfucking feet bleed, that's your
No, I
business.
don't want to walk till my feet
I don't
bleed.
want to do that.
I don't want to walk.
I don't
Y'all,
want to do that.
y'all, I'm 54. He 51. And he act like he about 90 years old. I swear to God, y'all, Joseph act like he an old
He
man.
just want me to roll the way he want me to roll,
Yes.
do what he want me
You
to
you
do,
you always talk about when
and it
I'm
ain't gonna work
16.
that
I'm
way.
16. I'm 51, but I'm really 15 years old. Okay, did you have that conversation with your body?
Like I
Did you have that
said,
conversation with your
like
body?
I said,
Did you have that
it's
conversation
his
with your
fault.
body?
It's his fault why I got COVID now.
Yeah, okay, whatever, honey. Well, if I did give it to you, honey, I'll
Dragging
like,
me out to all these places with these infected bitches.
oh
Next,
please.
it's gonna be
He don't never
monkeypox.
want to go nowhere and be around.
Next,
He don't never
you
want to go
damn right,
nowhere.
especially with monkeypox and COVID
I ain't gonna
now.
get no motherfucking monkeypox
You going
shot.
because you always like to be in people's face. Hey, boo, how you
No,
doing?
I don't like to be in
Oh,
nobody's
hey,
face.
how you
I don't
doing?
like to be in nobody's face. I just like to be out and amongst people. I don't like to be all up in people's
Like
face.
that bitch I was gonna beat for being up in your motherfucking face.
Well, that's not my problem. I don't like to be up in people's face. I just like to be around. I like to be out. I like to go out. I like to go shopping. I like to be out and enjoy the festivities. I like to listen to music
Well,
and
enjoying the
things like that.
festivities
We
got
don't
us.
always have to be in a motherfucking house.
Enjoying the festivities got us the COVID, bitch.
Okay. Well, that's just a chance and a risk that you have to take.
No, I don't
Instead
have
of
to
being in
take.
the house all the damn time, Joseph.
Well,
You want to be
being in the
Dorothy, honey, and
house.
click your heels 3 goddamn times. There's no place like home.
Well, being in the house is safe. Cause when you get the monkeypox, you gonna stay the hell
I'm
away
not
from
gonna get
me.
no monkeypox, sonny. I'm not gonna get no monkeypox. Trust. Because don't nobody touch me. Don't nobody be touching me like
the
that.
monkeypox, that don't look
Oh, child, let me
pleasant,
tell you something. I saw it's a video on YouTube. This woman, she got the monkeypox all over around her mouth, honey. I was like,
Did you
ooh,
see that man
what was she doing,
with them
honey?
big black monkeypox
Yes,
around
honey.
his
I was like,
mouth?
ooh, no, let's see. What was they doing, child?
What did you
To
put
get
in your mouth?
monkeypox all
That you
around you.
got
Right. What did
monkeypox,
you put
honey?
on your lips? What did you smear on your lips, honey? To be having monkeypox all around your mouth. Now I can see you can have monkeypox on your arms and your legs and shit like that, but when you get it all around your mouth and shit like that, that means you was doing something you ain't had no
Child, I saw this
business.
boy had it in his head, in his scalp,
Oh, dude is
all
sick.
over the place, honey.
Dude. If you get it from the neck up, honey, you've been doing something that you ain't had no business doing.
Mm-mm.
Okay? You've been doing something that you ain't had no business doing. So, um, no, honey, I don't. I'm not messing with the monkeypox. I'm not messing with that. You know, they came out. They have a vaccine for it. They just don't think that they're gonna have enough of it. But as soon as that vaccine come out, I'm going to get me some monkeypox vaccine too, child. I don't care if I got to pop it like lozenges, girl. I'm going to get me some monkeypox vaccine, whatever.
Yeah, I can't with the monkeypox,
Yeah,
honey.
I can't.
I done
No,
seen it on
I'm
too
not
many
walking around.
people, and it ain't a pleasant thing. Cause honey, if I get monkeypox on my face, you might as well just kill me now, bitch.
Right.
As vain as I am, you might as well just kill me now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm gonna wanna die.
Yeah, I'm not playing them
Cause when I
games.
got chickenpox when I was 21, child, I like to die when I didn't know it was a chickenpox. I thought it
Who
was a
came up
pimple.
with that name, child? Monkeypox.
Cause I guess monkeys get it,
That's a
honey.
fierce name, child. Miss Sing, what you got? Miss Girl, child, they done told me I got the monkeypox, girl. Ooh, Miss Sing,
Mm-mm.
honey, stay away from me, child. You need some ointment, girl.
No, that looks nasty, honey.
That look
Well,
nasty,
no, I've
honey.
seen people where it looked like chicken pox, but then when I saw that white man with that
Chicken
shit,
pox.
no,
A bump is a bump, honey.
no, a
They
bump
need,
is
you
a
know,
bump,
they should have
but
called it the bum bumps.
no, what I'm saying is a bump, but the black boys that I saw that had monkeypox that put videos up, they look like they just had a case of chicken pox. That white man had that big round shit with that black shit in the middle, looking like you could just squeeze it and all that, but it looked like a big, huge black head. I was like, what the fuck is that? How was that monkeypox? The black boys don't look like that. Honey, no, not in my face.
Ooh, hey, Benito. Hey, think about my grandson. My grandson is up in here, y'all. My grandson Benito. Hey, Benito. Oh God, I miss you so much. I miss Benito so much. That's
Benita,
my
you better
baby.
keep that thing in your drawers, honey, because I don't need you getting monkeypox. You too
Right.
cute.
Yeah, Benito. You too cute for that, honey. You
You
do
too
not
cute
need
for
to be
monkeypox,
getting no
bitch.
monkeypox, child. No. Well, my grandson, he's safe anyway. He stays safe
Baby, you
anyway.
know what it is? Ever since I had the stroke, I do like staying in the house, and I ain't gonna lie. And it's only been since I had the stroke because walking is an issue for me, and I hate holding on to Tramel to walk because I can walk, but sometimes I lose my balance. And I had this conversation with somebody else that had a stroke. For whatever reason, when you have a stroke, when you fall, it's like your body forgets how to get up. And even like, but I've fallen in the house, and even Tramel has tried to help me up, and he could tell you he can't help me up because it's like it's weird. It's like when you have a stroke, your whole mind and body forgets how to get up off the floor, and you be sitting there going, "What the fuck? I know I could get up, but your body ain't reacting the right way."
Well, that's what happens when you don't have rehab. And my
So,
husband is hard headed. I've been trying to get him to to go to rehab for the stroke for the past 2 years, but he hard headed. He will not go to rehab. He refuses to go to rehab.
oh wait, Cole want to know what I was about to say when I had the chicken pox. Cole, let me tell you. So I had this bump on my nose, right, and it looked like a pimple. Child, I popped that thing because it was to me it was I was 21. I was gonna pop it and do what I normally do to get rid of a pimple. Bitch, I popped that motherfucking bump, and that bitch opened up into an open sore.
Ew.
Child, you couldn't tell me. I
Ew.
went and read, and I read in the medical book. That's why I have to stay out of medical books. You know what I thought I had?
What?
Syphilis, bitch.
Ew.
I said, oh God, I done contracted syphilis. I'm a whore.
Oh no.
And then my mother, as the day progressed, I got worse and
I would
worse
just
and worse.
die,
Like
honey.
I had, by the time my mother took me to the emergency room, I had like 104 fever.
Child, if I ever had the monkeypox around my mouth, honey, I would just die of shame, honey.
And they told me that I had the chickenpox. I said, that's all I have? And they was like, yeah. And my mother was like, see, stay out of the medical books, bitch. You giving yourself stuff you ain't even got. And that just goes to show me what kind of whore you really are, thinking you running around here with syphilis and this chickenpox. But I thought I had chickenpox as a kid, but I never had it until I was 21.
Oh, child, I don't play them games. I do not play when it comes to my health. I really don't. I don't play, honey.
Child, that's why I stay out of medical books.
Doctor, what's that? What's the blue spot?
Child,
what's the blue spot?
If it's blue, I don't want to know.
Right. No, I want to know what's going on so I get rid of it, child. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that blue thing? What's the blue thing? What's the blue thing?
If it's blue, I don't want to know, honey, because blue I ain't coming back from. Now, if it's a little green, maybe a little red.
Child. No,
blue,
honey. No, honey. I don't want none of it. I don't.
Trisha.
I don't want none of it. It's too much, y'all. It's just too much. I can't do it. I can't do it. I get paranoid. I don't play when it comes to my health. I really don't. But y'all, I feel 100% better. I do.
I feel 80%.
I feel 100% better, and hopefully throughout the next week, I'll feel even better, um, um, better than ever. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. For update as far as how we're doing and stuff like that. Like I said, so much has happened since since the last time we were on. Like, y'all, what y'all think about this Beyonce and Khalees thing? Let me tell y'all something. Khalees need to go somewhere and sit her ass down. She, it's so crazy how people will clout chase just for publicity or just to bring attention to themselves. I really think that Khalees is doing all this, making all this noise just because Beyonce came out with a new album and she knows that. So she just wanted to jump on the Beyonce bandwagon and she wanted to get attention. She wanted the attention to be off of Beyonce and be on her. And okay, Khalees, you achieved that for a hot moment. But the fact is, Beyonce's album has been released. It was leaked. Beyonce wasn't mad about it. That's the one thing I like about Beyonce. A lot of people say, well, I'm not a Beyonce fan. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I don't like Beyonce. I don't like Beyonce. I'm not a Beyonce fan. But the one thing that you can't deny about Beyonce is she has so much class. Because you know what? She don't respond to none of this bullshit. Now, Khalees, you can make all the noise you want. You could talk about Beyonce all you want to. You're not going to get a rise out of her, and she's not going to respond to you. Beyonce is just not going to respond to this whole thing. She's not, And the one thing, I think, you know what I think? I think it shows how much class she got because she's like, I'm not going to entertain something that don't have nothing to do with me.
I'm not a Beyonce fan. You know that. I like some of her music, but I'm not a Beyonce fan like that. I'm not a Beehive person.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, to this day, how can somebody steal something from you that you yourself don't even own? Pharrell wrote the song for Beyonce. Pharrell also got all the rights to Khalees' first and second album because he jacked her. He screwed her when he helped her make her first and second album. So he owns the music that he took his own music, gave it to Beyonce, and said, sing this song behind this track. How did Beyonce steal something from you when you don't
but it's not even the music. It's only a beat.
No,
it's
but
a
that's
beat.
What I'm saying, Shamel. Even Robin S. Don't own that beat. She was
right.
kind enough to say, oh, I was honored that Beyonce used my song.
Right.
Because she used Robin S.'s hottest song that's the
right.
only song
Show Me Love.
Show Me Love that
right.
I ever known Robin S. to sing.
Right.
And she didn't have a problem with it.
Right.
She's smart because guess what? If Beyonce want to do a remix and put her on it, guess what'll happen? She'll do a remix and put her on it. Khalees, if she would have shut up, if Beyonce would have did a remix, maybe she would have put you on it. But now, because you wanted to get on Instagram and read her and talk about how she's a thief and she ain't really about women's movement, how is
Women's
she not?
empowerment and
How is
stuff
she
like that.
not about women's empowerment? Again, you don't own the music.
She talked about she could have gave her a heads up. I mean, a lot of people have been saying, asking, does Beyonce owe Khalees an apology? No, she don't owe her an apology. On the contrary, Khalees owes Beyonce an apology for making such a big stink of this, because it's really nothing to make a big stink of. It really isn't. I mean, Beyonce had
So let
absolutely
me
nothing
ask you a
to do
question.
with the process. The process, let me. I mean, I'm gonna explain this to people because I am an artist, and I'm gonna explain to you for the most part how being an artist works. A lot of artists, they're part of the process of making their music and creating their sound and stuff like that. But there's a lot of artists out there that they depend on a producer. That's why they bring in a producer. A producer is the one that creates the sound. A producer is the one that creates the beat. A producer is the one that creates the music. They paid these producers in order to do this. Beyonce paid Pharrell to create this track for her, and when he did so, it didn't matter to her. She may not have even known that that beat was being sampled. They don't, a lot of artists don't say, well, who did you sample, or whose beat did you sample, or whose voice did you sample? It don't, a lot of artists don't ask those questions. Why should we? Why should they ask the question? If the track sound good enough to sing to, then I'm gonna sing to it. You know what I'm saying? So, as much of the process as an artist is part of, they're not a part of the
But
entire
let me ask you a
process.
question. Like those vests we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you have it, if I turn around and buy it 2 days later, I'm supposed to give you a heads up that I bought.
No.
But you don't own the vest. You
Right.
didn't make the vest.
Right.
So what the fuck? What is she? What is there for her to tell Khalees? Oh, by the way, Pharrell gave me your sample of one of your songs.
Right.
For what? No, what she need to do, but see, Pharrell done told her to kiss his ass too many times. She need to go. She need to go after Pharrell for giving it to Beyonce in the first place.
Well, she don't need to go after nobody
No,
for
no,
giving
no,
it to
no.
nobody.
Well, she's so mad and she's so angry and
I don't understand why she's
she's so
mad or angry.
upset.
She should be
Go
honored.
after Pharrell, but see, Pharrell done told you to kiss his ass plenty a day because he done robbed you blind for 2 albums, and you know you ain't gonna go after Pharrell. You going after Beyonce because it's the easy thing to do, and
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce ain't gonna pay you no fucking mind.
Yeah.
She ain't.
But see, this is a lesson learned. This is a lesson learned for all you artists out there, or you upcoming artists. Whenever you're getting yourself into a contract, don't think. Listen, if you get offered a record deal by a record label, or if you get offered a deal by a manager or something like that, don't be so quick to go signing contracts without having a lawyer. That's nobody's fault but hers. It's nobody's fault but hers. Let me tell you something. There are artists that fall victims to this every single day. They sign they away their
life
whole
away.
life away, or they make a deal with the devil. They make a deal with the devil. You get so gung ho over the money, and you get so fixated about the money, and I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be a superstar. But at what price? At what price does it come at? TLC is a perfect example
Tony
of,
Braxton too.
and Tony Braxton are perfect examples of, just because somebody tells you they're gonna make you rich, it don't necessarily mean you're gonna be rich that quick.
But see, and that's
Because
why my mother was doing.
because Pebbles ripped TLC off. Tony Braxton got ripped off by the record industry. I myself, I got ripped off by the music industry. Fortunately, I got out quick. And no, and to be honest with you, to this day, I'm still signed to the same record label. I can't even sign to another label. And I've been on the same record label for the past 30 years. I can't and can't do nothing about it.
At the
I can't do
time,
nothing about it.
I
You
was
know what I'm
only
saying?
I was
That
only
my song has been sampled so many times by different artists, and there's nothing. My the owner of my record label, he's on tour right now, playing my record, and I'm getting absolutely nothing for it. Let me tell y'all something. If you are an artist, you better know what you signing. You better know what you signing, and you better know what you giving up. You better know what you getting, and you better know what you giving up, because if you don't, Gag Nation will set in on your ass. You'll be sitting in your house, and you'll be sitting there, and and somebody else will be getting rich to fuck off of you.
see. And at the time, I was only what 15
Mm.
when they wanted to give me a record deal, and my mother was like, "Hey, who's gonna pay for this?" They was like, "Oh, we're gonna give you a check for $30,000," and she said no. She said no because then every record that he makes, you gonna take all that money back.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, some way, you gonna get all that money back that you gonna
Uh-huh.
give me. She was like, "Cause y'all gonna
Oh,
give me
let me
money
tell you
for a
something. The record label
wardrobe."
was going to get their money
Right.
back.
And she was like, "No, if I can't afford to do this for my son, then he's not doing it."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, she went and they was talking about how much it was going to cost, and she was like, "No, never mind." And I was devastated because that's what I wanted to do. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a singer.
But you didn't
And
understand at the time.
at the time, I didn't understand. Now I get it, but
Yeah.
back then at 15, all I knew was they said yes, and my mama
Right.
saying no, and I'm
Right.
like pissed because I'm like, "What
Right.
is wrong with
But
you,
aren't you
woman?"
glad that your mama did that? Ain't you glad? Because if you say, I remember I remember my first modeling gig. I remember my first modeling gig. The guy wanted all the models to pay a $200 fee in order to model and be in this magazine. And you know, a colleague of mine who was actually, working in the modeling industry said, if an agency does not want to pay for your pictures,
Don't do it.
then it's not worth it to do anything with them. Because if an agency wants you, they're going to pay for everything. They're going to make sure that you have your correct pictures. They're going to make sure you have everything. Same thing with music. If a record label really wants you, they're gonna pay for it. They're
But it's
gonna
not
pay
even.
for
It's
it.
just like even the people on Instagram that come to us and tell us they want us to promote their product.
You're right.
You want me to buy it
Right.
and promote your shirts
Right.
and glasses and what I look
Right.
like buying your
Right.
product and then sitting on my platform. Oh, buy these glasses, y'all. They
Yeah.
good.
Y'all,
And
we cannot tell y'all how many times people have made offers to us to do certain things, and we have turned them down simply because it's like, are you serious? The coldest water bottle. Remember, they wanted us to promote their water bottles,
but they
but
want me to buy it.
They wanted us to spend like almost $200 to buy a damn water bottle. No, no, no. If you want me, then make it worth my while.
Send it to me free,
Yeah.
and I'll sit up here all day
And
long.
and in addition to that, let me see the paperwork. I want to see the paperwork. I want to see what comes with me taking this bonus, this sign-on fee, or this bonus from you. I want to see what comes with it. What is the price that I have to pay for this $30,000? What's the price I gotta pay?
No,
See,
and
because
then
I don't want to. I don't want to be here 10 years later and being bitter because you've used my likeness or my name for something. I don't want to be that person that's bitter about it. I want to know that 10 years from now, if you use my likeness for something like that, it's because I knew that that's what you were going to do. I knew that that was going to be in the contract. So Khalees need to go somewhere, and she need to have a damn seat. She need to have a seat. She need to have a seat because it's her own fault. If anybody, if she should be mad at anybody, she should be mad at herself. And yes, Khalees, you owe Beyonce an apology. You owe her an apology simply because you're trying to tarnish her legacy. Period. Point blank. Pooh. And let me just say this. There's another thing that I want to talk to y'all about too. There was another thing that came out in the blogs and in the news this week too about Chris Brown and Nick Cannon being around this Instagram model that just came out and said that she had full blown AIDS. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, please stop being ignorant. Please stop being ignorant. Just because a person either associates with or has sex with somebody that is HIV positive or has full blown AIDS does not necessarily mean that they are going to get AIDS or they are going to be full blown. First of all, know your science, and know your health. It's not that simple, people. It's not that simple. It's not that simple that you sleep with somebody and you get AIDS. It's not that simple. It don't happen like that. First of all, you have to, it depends on at what status that person is in their illness, number one. Number two is it depends on what status you are in your health. Okay, if your body is susceptible for you to contract something like that, you may or may not contract it. If a person that is HIV positive is undetectable, the chances of you getting a positive test result from them is slim to none. It's slim to none. You know how many people in this world that are undetectable right now that are in relationship with people that are negative, that don't have AIDS, and the person that they're with don't get it either. Stop being ignorant. Stop being ignorant. Just because Chris Brown and Nick Cannon associated with this girl don't mean that they HIV positive. It doesn't mean that they're HIV positive. It doesn't mean they're going to get it. First of all, if you become HIV, it takes 10 years for the virus to even become active in your system.
But it's not even that. If you know what you know, you would know that you have to have sex with a woman like
multiple times,
500 times to just get anything from her, because there is no fluid transferring from a woman to a man like there is a man to a man.
Right.
And even then, the man has to be on the bottom getting the fluid put into him,
right,
or doing fellatio,
right,
to get fluid put into
people
him.
Kill me with that. They kill me with, oh, well, she slept with somebody that was HIV positive. She got AIDS.
For a woman, it's easier for a woman to get it from a man because a man is putting fluid in her if he doesn't use a condom.
Right.
But in order to contract HIV or AIDS from a woman, it's damn near almost impossible.
It's impossible.
That's why when these men talk about, oh, I got it from a woman, they fucking lying. They got it from a man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, people stop. If you know your science, and know what you're talking about. If you sleep with, if you know a person, and you slept with a person that was HIV positive one time, that doesn't mean you're gonna contract the HIV virus.
It's a large part. Well, it depends.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean. It doesn't necessarily mean that you may or may not contract the virus, but nine times out of 10, you're not going to. Trust me when I tell you, you're not going to. You're not going to contract the virus. Stop being ignorant, people. Stop being ignorant. And I got in trouble for this some months ago because I called a couple of ladies ignorant to this situation. I wasn't calling them dumb. I was just saying that they were ignorant to this, meaning that they didn't know their science when it came to something like this. Y'all, don't be ignorant. If you really want to know, do your homework. Do your homework, and your homework will tell you that in today's day and age, it's very difficult. It's almost impossible to contract the HIV virus from someone unless you are just totally promiscuous. Unless you are a person that's just promiscuous like that, it's very difficult to contract the HIV virus. It really is. Okay, but still at the same time, I implore you to protect yourself. Always protect yourself. against all diseases. And the best way to do that is to practice either abstinence or to use a condom. Okay. But I don't think Chris Brown or Nick Cannon have anything to worry about. I don't think that they are, I don't think that they, have the HIV virus. And y'all don't know if Nick Cannon
Now,
or
first of
Chris
all,
Brown slept with this girl. Y'all
first
don't
of
know
all,
that.
as many babies as Nick Cannon probably had after he done fucked this bitch, ain't nothing wrong with him
Okay.
because them girls that's having babies would have found out something was
Exactly.
wrong with them.
Exactly. And y'all don't know if Nick Cannon or Chris Brown slept with this girl. All y'all know is that they was associated with her. So all you stupid ass content creators that was out here making these videos about them being involved with this girl. Y'all don't know if Chris Brown or Nick Cannon even slept with the girl. The girl never this girl ain't said not one word about sleeping with Nick Cannon or Chris Brown. But everybody is just automatically, all these dumbass content creators that done made videos, they just automatically made this assumption that Nick Cannon and Chris Brown slept with this girl. She was a model that she was seen around them. Just because she was seen around don't necessarily mean she slept with them. Y'all people are so stupid some damn time. I swear to God. I swear to God, it just behooves me how stupid some black people are. I swear to God, I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all fucking stupid for making fucking videos, making the assumption that Chris Brown and Nick Cannon slept with this girl. Y'all don't even know that. The girl never said that she slept with either of them.
Or everything for a click in the view.
Yeah, everything for a click in the view. That's what y'all do. Y'all motherfucking y'all video hoes, internet hoes, clout chasing hoes. Mm-hmm. When I saw and then I was like, you know what? When I saw and then I saw some people that I know that are content creators that made videos about that. And I was like, y'all, you know what? Y'all use a dumb bitch. Use a dumb ass. Use a real stupid ass. I swear to God, people, and I hate people that make assumptions. I really do. I hate to make assumptions. And y'all ain't gonna never learn y'all lesson. Y'all gonna learn y'all lesson eventually. Y'all gonna mess around and y'all gonna end up like Tasha K. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up like Tasha K. I keep telling y'all, before you go on making videos about these celebrities and shit like that, you better have your receipts. You better know what you're talking about. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, you could potentially be in the same position as Tasha K, having to rent out her house, okay, and put all her stuff in her mama name. Y'all keep on. You stupid ass content creators, y'all keep on making these videos and not knowing what the hell you talking about. You better know what you talking about. Y'all ain't learned y'all lesson. These celebrities, they go after the little people. They go after the little people. Tasha K got to pay Cardi B $4 million, honey. Okay, $4 million, and it's not because Cardi B need the money that she gonna come after her. She doing it on principle alone. Like, bitch, you tried it with me, Miss Singh. So now I'm going to gag you. Cardi B don't need Tasha K $4 million. Cardi B snap her fingers and blink her eyes, and $4 million come into her in her pocket. But because Tasha K thought that Cardi B wouldn't come after her because she's so little, she ended up getting her ass handed to her on a platter. Y'all keep on. You content creators keep on. Y'all know who y'all are. You content creators keep on. Keep on making these videos about these celebrities and not knowing what the hell you talking about. You're going to gag, honey. You're going to be sitting outside in the box, honey, singing Nobody Knows. Anyway, we out of here, y'all. We are out of here. Um I have to run some errands, being that I'm the one that feels a little bit better. I'm gonna run some errands and we're gonna go on about our day. Try to find some good movies to watch. It's movie day. But y'all make sure y'all watching us on all social media platforms. Y'all know what those are: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on TikTok. We're on Snapchat. We're on all social media platforms. right here on YouTube as well. Make sure you hit that like button as you leave. If you haven't hit it yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be a lord or a lady at our round table or a knight at our round table, make sure you hit the join button. If you don't see the join button here, on your, that means you're on an Apple device. If you're on an Apple device, you have to go to a PC, or you can click the link that will be in the description of this video and all of our other videos. All right. With that being said, guys, we're going to get on out of here. You guys have a great day. And make sure you walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always remember, it's Team McRae.
Oh, damn day.
Talk to you soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. I was good.